Assalamualaikum, Miss.
Waalaikumsalam.
What you doing?
Oh, reading.
Skimming or scanning?
Skimming.
Okay. What's actually the difference between skimming and scanning?
Skimming is basically extracting the main points of the paragraph without actually reading the whole thing, not the main details.
So what about scanning?
Scanning is like having a fixed question in your head and basically scanning through the text and finding the answer for it. Also not reading the whole thing.
Oh, that's easy.
No, well, I actually have a lot of intelligent students who goof around the exam and make careless mistakes.
Oh, so can you please tell me an example of skimming and scanning?
Well, right now, skimming, because I'm not actually reading the whole thing, I'm just basically extracting the main points. While scanning, you're having like a specific question. So that is found in, looking at graphs or prices details and catalogs.
Oh, I
Like
see.
that. Yeah.
What about our IGs? Are there any required steps for our skimming and scanning?
Well, yes, of course. In fact, skimming and scanning are two very different techniques. You see. So, yeah, if we look in this page, and the first thing you gotta do is read the questions to have a fixed question in your brain, and then first read the headings, and then basically just look at scan with the text to find the answer of your question. And if the question says to find a specific time, then basically scan the whole thing really quick, and if you see any numbers in this case, then that's your answer. So reread that sentence that contains the numbers, and that's where your answer is. Take another example for skimming. So as you can see here, the first thing you got to do in skimming is pay attention to boldface and dates. So an example of boldface is the word 9, as you can see, and dates over here 1,400 years. So read that. Also got to read headings and subheadings. So remember to pay attention to the subheadings over here, here, and basically everywhere. And the next thing you gotta do is read conclusion in detail. So once you're done skimming the whole thing, by skimming I mean reading the first few sentences of the paragraph and the last sentence as well. If the paragraph starts with a question or an anecdote, basically then just skip that and go through find the last sentence of the paragraph. Once you're done skimming, read the last paragraph as it sums up the whole story, so that read that in detail. And once you're done with that, basically that is it. You found your answer, and remember that these two different techniques both have the same goal that you have to attain, which is basically reading specific info using the right method, which attains a large quantity of solid information. So reading it without using a lot of time and finding the right information from that limited time, and that is how you answer IG questions and basically everything else.
Skimming and scanning is all about grasping the main idea in limited time, the right method.
Precisely. You probably already done it without even realizing it. Yeah, that's the end.
Thank you. That's gonna mean a lot for me.
Well, I'm glad.